massive earthquake will split Jerusalem into 3 parts. When the Mount of Olives splits in 2, it will create a chasm into which the believers can seek refuge until the awful carnage is complete. It's interesting to note that there is a fault line that runs under the Mount of Olives that moves in exactly the same direction that the Bible prophesies. See, God knows what He's doing. He plans in advance. He makes preparations. When you go to fight a battle, you make preparations. You get the proper intelligence to know how to attack your enemy. God makes preparations for coming back. And He's made preparations for this battle from the very beginning. And parts of the cities of the nations fell. Oh, and the cities of the nations fell, excuse me, not parts. This is more than likely referring to the Middle East and possibly parts of Europe as well. I think it's going to be, the epicenter of this earthquake might be in Europe and the Roman Empire, but this earthquake is going to be so great that the whole world is going to know what's happening. Because you think about an earthquake that's big enough to cause that much shaking in Europe, the Middle East, Northern Africa, you don't think they're going to feel it in Japan? You don't think we're going to know about it in America? You don't think they're going to know about it in South America? That's a big move. Because all the tectonic plates of the earth all hit up against each other somewhere. In the, actually, the Eurasian plate pushes against all the others. So when that one moves, we're going to know it. When God moves on this earth, when He had His revival, all the different revivals down through the centuries, the world knew it. The Lutheran revival movement caused a great quake in the spiritual world, and the world knew it. The Methodist revival touched America in its colonial days, and the world knew it. The revival that started in Los Angeles at the Azusa Street Mission is still being felt today. You don't believe it? You're sitting in one of the reasons. If it hadn't happened, we wouldn't be here in this church.
That's right.
You may not think so, but that's where our foundation started, was in the Azusa Street Mission.
That's right.
If it hadn't been for a black man who knew God and wasn't afraid of the neighborhood he moved into and did what God wanted him to do, we might not have the movement of God we have today.
Right.
He'd have had to find another way. But the Azusa Street Mission caused a great spiritual quake that to this day has rocked the world at its foundations. Australia has churches that are Pentecostal orientation because of one thing. We have missionaries all over the world because of what Azusa Street started. See, God can take a shaking and let the whole world know it's been rocked. And great Babylon came in remembrance before God to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of His wrath. On Babylon, and will completely He's going to come on Babylon. He's going to remember Babylon. Will come completely destroy the city that is scheduled to be rebuilt at this present time. Okay, it was rebuilt in 2003, or was scheduled to be rebuilt in 2003. The first organized rebellion against God began in Babylon, Genesis 11, 1 through 9. I went and looked that up. That's the story of the Tower of Babel. Where we think the Tower of Babel was, where we think the Babylonian Empire was, or the Iraq. But also the new city of Babylon, which is now built, has got one of their tallest buildings. I can't pronounce its name, but its name means the new Tower of Babel. What's the name of that town?
Dubai.
Dubai is the new Babylon. And the tower, and that great tower they got is supposed to be now you think about this. The Muslims are against homosexuality, prostitution, drinking alcohol, all these different things. They have a religion that sounds good. But in this tower in Dubai, that's over a mile tall, It's considered a holy spot. It's neutral. You can rent a room in there, worship any god you want, have boys or girls, no matter what sex you are, it's fine on that one neutral station. What does that sound like? Babylon had the same thing going on in its temple. The god of Baal was a sex god. Babylon, its biggest sin was the fact it was sin on rampage. It was the exact opposite of Israel and God. Babylon even took the good things, the golden implements, out of the temple and drank out of it. That's when he wrote handwriting on the wall. Babylon fell in one day, remember? Well, this new Babylon, she's constantly making war against Christians. There's more terrorist organizations in Babylon being financed out of Dubai than any other nation. All these other nations that do war against Christians and against the Jews, one of their main banks is, guess where? Dubai. Dubai is protected by a navy that's not her own. Guess whose navy it is? Ours. Our Indian Ocean fleet, most of it sits right off the coast of Dubai, the Emirates States. They have they have a bunch of islands they've made themselves. And one of them is a picture of the globe of the world, but there's one nation missing out of it because they want to wipe that nation off the face of the earth. Guess what nation it is? Israel. What did Babylon want to do to Israel when it was a nation? It destroyed Israel and scattered the people and took them captive. When you try to destroy God's people, guess what God does? Look what happened in Germany, and it's still not really fully recovered from World War II. It's still not a major power. It still has to have other countries to protect it. Then on page 2, paragraph 3 of 19, Babylon, the capital of the Antichrist Empire, will receive a special outpouring of God's wrath. That's prophesied in Isaiah 13, 6 through 13. Chapters 17, 18 will give details of its destruction. Babylon's going to receive, evidently, the other cities are just sort of shaken and destroyed, but evidently God's going to pour out a special wrath on Babylon. You know why? Because Babylon down through history has done one thing to his children. Whether it be his chosen children or his children who chose him, trying to destroy him. The Muslims, which the Emirates States is a Muslim country, they want to destroy two peoples. One's a nation, one's a spiritual nation. They want to destroy Israel, the Jews. They want to kill and destroy the Christians. They want to destroy God's people. And verse 20, and every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. This pertains to the colossal magnitude of this earthquake. Can you imagine an earthquake so great that the islands of the world disappear and the mountains flatten? No more Colorado Rockies. No more Smokies. No more Himalayas. No more Japan. If you go to page 2, paragraph 2 of 20, verse 20, the second verse. This will indicate a complete renovation of the earth, which may be fulfillment of 2 Peter, which predicts the entire earth will be destroyed. Now the destruction it's talking about is not complete annihilation. It's not meaning do away with. It means like the destruction of the earth with the great flood, only not instead of a flood, it's going to be with fire, brimstone, earthquakes, lightning, and thunder. In other words, God's going to start over. Wipe the slate clean and start over. Going to clean up the mess that man and Satan has made and start over. Going to take an eraser and wipe it all away and start over. Wipe all the marks of sin away and start over. Isn't that what Christ did at the cross? Wiped our slate clean when we accepted His blood and started over. And there fell upon the men great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. This is about 100 pounds. One can imagine imagine the damage that such would cause. Can you imagine whether it be a hailstone or a rock? A 100-pound rock falling, what kind of damage it would do? That's going to smash your car. That's going to destroy buildings. Because when it's falling, it ain't going to be just a little drop. It's going to be coming with some speed behind it. Now you can count the weight. That could be, now this is Jimmy saying, that could be from those mountains being blown away. That debris's got to go somewhere. And some of those mountains are made out of granite. I can tell you, the Rockies are made out of granite. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. Once again, those in the kingdom of the beast will know that this plague is from God. But instead of repenting, they'll do what? They will continue to blaspheme Him. Mankind will refuse to accept and give glory and praise and repent to the one that can save them from the destruction. If Israel as a nation hadn't asked God to deliver them, they would have been destroyed. When we get in a storm, well, when the disciples were in a boat, and that storm became so great they didn't know what to do, what did they do? When Peter was walking on the water, and he got his eyes off the Lord and he started sinking, what did he do? All we have to do is call upon the Lord and He's there.
That's right.
All we have to do is call upon the Lord and He's there.
That's right.
All the sinner has to do is say, Lord, I am a sinner, forgive me of my sins, and He's there.
That's right.
God isn't on no vacation. God ain't deaf. He can hear even the whisper as a prayer. Okay, in closing. Three things. God speaks. When He speaks, when God speaks, He wants you to listen. When God speaks, He wants the world to pay attention. God has spoke several times down through the centuries, and He wanted the world to listen. Those that listen don't have death and destruction. Christ is going to shake the very foundations of this world and of these nations and these cities. Christ is going to take the cities that's been so sinful, and the world has been so sinful, and He's going to rattle their rafters. He's going to shake their cities. He's going to shake their capitals. He's going to knock the sinful cities off their feet. He's going to try to wake the world up, and they're going to refuse to see the light. Third, when God says it is finished, when God says it is done, God's going to wipe the slate clean and start over.
That's right.
He's going to do to this world what He done for you and me. He's going to do to this world, now you think about it, when you become don't tell me it was easy. As God was taking all those things out of your life, it hurt. It was painful. Why do you think you're on your knees crying? When God delivered me from my drugs, from my cigarettes, from my vocabulary, it wasn't easy. When He started shaking my rafters, I felt my roof cave in. But when He started building me up, because I let Him destroy the evil within me, I started rejoicing. What are we going to do when Christ comes back and sets up His kingdom? Going to be a lot of rejoicing going on.